Hey Munchkins, the first thing I've got to say is the crutches are in the background because I sprained my foot severely on Monday, and it had to be my driving foot, and it had to be on spring break. But things happen, and that just proves how lucky I am. Anyway, I have been catching up on a lot of reading, and that is why I'm here, because I want to talk about the 11th and second to last installment of the House of Night series, Revealed. I would do a happy dance, but because it isn't this last book that is coming out in October, and my foot hurts really bad when I walk on it, I'm just not going to risk that. Anyway, let's talk about this book, and there is going to be spoilers, because it wouldn't be a book review without spoilers. Anyway, the only thing I'm going to say is this book was okay. This book wasn't decent. Was kind of decent, but kind of not decent in a way, because the beginning and the end were pretty awesome, but the middle of the book was just completely boring, and I had to force myself to read it. The only reason why the beginning was interesting was because the vampire that just turned into an immortal actually kills the mayor of the town during the House of Night open house. The House of Night decided to do an open house to prove to humans that they're not evil. They come in peace, and they just want to get the fledglings to change into complete vampires, to be true vampires and stuff, and evil things happen, and humans don't think that. Human thinks that vampires are murderers and stuff, so that happens. Erin, dies because she rejects the change. She actually does stuff with Zoe. She does the circle with Zoe, and after the circle was closed, she died because her body rejected the change. And that is why the end of the book is interesting, is because, as you guys know, Dallas and Erin were dating at the time, and when Erin rejected the change during the circle, or at the end of the circle, I can say, is Dallas completely goes shit crazy and wants to kill everybody in Zoe's circle, and he starts off with Stevie Ray. And Stevie Ray does get severely hurt, because what happens is she's in her room, and she has these special blinds and curtains to keep the sun from coming in so she doesn't get burned. And what he does is he gets in a certain kind of position so he doesn't touch the sun, but the sun touches her. But Stevie Ray's boyfriend helped her because he was gouging he was like scratching Dallas's face because he was in his crow form. Because, as you know, Stevie Ray's boyfriend turns into a raven during the day. But anyway, long story short, is after Stevie Ray gets severely hurt and is in the ICU, he gets killed in front of the whole entire school. Like, they literally had this giant pepper rally kind of thing just to see Dallas get beheaded for his actions. He is an adult vampire, and he tried killing another adult vampire. And because she is the first high priestess of red vampires, things are gonna happen. So what happens is he's in front of the whole entire school, and the immortal gets his sword and cuts his head off. So, yeah. That happens. So that happens at the end of the book, but I thought it was kind of interesting, because I was like, that's a twist. There's another twist in the book, and that is when Aphrodite actually has a vision of Zoe going completely insane. Zoe does go completely insane because she uses old magic. And if people don't know how to use old magic, they can completely go mad, because old magic works on your emotions. And if you don't know how to use that right, you can actually go completely crazy, and that's what happens. Nefertiti actually kills a lot of people in the town, and they don't know who exactly what vampire is doing this, and Zoe goes completely insane to the point where she's like, I did it! I killed them! Put me in jail! I'm crazy! So Zoe got arrested for Nefertiti's actions. And the other thing is Nefertiti actually goes to a church and kills everybody in a church. And even Darkness was surprised at her actions. In the end of the book, he pretty much just says, "You surprised me, Heartless One. What is next?" And it's kind of surprising that the White Bull, the Dark Bull, Darkness, is surprised of dark actions like that. He's like, "Whoa, I didn't see that coming. Do you have anything else up your sleeves that I don't know about? Any new ideas?" Because I really don't know. So, yeah. But anyway, that happens. But, yeah. Aphrodite, as you know, had the vision of Zoe going completely insane. She goes completely insane. But before that, she tells the girl with true sight to watch over her. To make sure that her emotions are in check. And if she does get angry, tell me so I can tell her about the vision. Because she was trying to hide it from her until she started showing true actions of Aphrodite's vision. And the only reason why Zoe got so insane is because she figured it out by finding those two talking about Zoe, and Zoe walks in on them talking, and she gets really mad, and all that stuff happens when she goes completely crazy and stuff like that. So that's what happens. I know I'm doing all this out of context because I'm just that type of person, but the story is Nefertiti kills Mayor, Aaron dies, the vision happens, then the watching happens, then Dallas tries to kill Stevie Ray, then Dallas dies for his action, 2 red floodlings on his side actually gets sent to a forest to die and to reject the change. Then Zoe figures out that Aphrodite and the girl with true sight talked about her behind her back. She goes completely insane, and then Nefertiti kills everybody in a church. And in all between this, the girl that has true sight falls in love with one of the other red floodlings, and that is Nicole. Nicole actually didn't like what Dallas was doing anymore, so she goes over to Zoe's side, and Nicole was actually trying to comfort the girl with true sight, and they kiss. So, and she didn't even mind, so that's a thing. That's kind of a little thing that didn't really interest me, didn't really surprise me, just thought it was kind of an interesting touch to put in there. But overall, the only thing I've got to say is that I give this book a 5.5 out of 10. This book was a little bit more interesting than the last book, but it still wasn't as good as the 9th book and the first book in the series. For some reason, I just slowly died inside when I was reading this series, and I just can't put myself into it anymore. So the only thing I've got to say is, if you liked what you've seen today, remember to subscribe or click that annotation. Remember to like or dislike, share, and favorite, and the only other thing I've got to say is keep on reading my Autobots, Decepticons, and Munchkins of all types, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!